A-camping we will go, a-camping we will go.
Yeah, where are we camping
Hi-ho,
today?
the dairy.
Don't sing.
The camping we will go.
You're calling in already.
They're calling in already. Stop singing. I know,
Yeah,
I know, I know. I'm working on it. Anyway, we did this show last year, but for some reason it didn't air because, you know, we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, you just wanted to drag me back out.
Oh, no way.
Love it out there,
outside with all these bugs.
Well, I see you're properly attired with your flip-flops on.
I got my lipstick. I got my flip-flops. Just in case I get lost, I can reflect them in the sun.
You really want to step on a snake with us?
No, I brought my survival kit.
Oh, your survival kit, okay. So what do you have in there?
So what do I have? All right, well, first off, I did bring sneakers, and they were, you know, they match.
Little Sketcher things. Oh,
and my lip gloss.
The lip gloss.
It comes everywhere. Everyone that knows me knows that I bring the lip gloss, so I'll put my shoes on.
All right, well,
I brought my lip gloss.
At the Nescopeck State Park, which is gorgeous, and it's the perfect day, but you do need bug spray.
A lot.
Spray me down.
Because we don't want to get tick bites.
Yeah, I want to get ticked off.
All right, go on.
Alrighty, so.
I have that, I have this. I don't have much. Oh, you know what else I brought? Which I forgot, a lighter. Punks.
Oh, the punks. They're good.
I brought punks.
They keep the buggies away.
And
well, I
knew my mom was coming, and hence she brought 15 bags.
Well, I did.
I normally don't bring much.
The sunglasses. All right, well, I brought the most important thing in the bag, Janine, because you have to be on a roll.
Yeah.
You know, God forbid you have to when you got to go. Like you see the little bears with it, it's their kind.
All right.
And then I have paper towels.
Thank God, because I always need a tissue.
And if you're going deep into the woods, I brought my safety vest so you could see me in case there's hunters out there.
She loves this PennDOT stuff.
Water. It was in the freezer, so you freeze it up before you come. I brought a variety of jackets and layers. So there's a long sleeve blouse there if I'm going to go trucking into the woods, and then I brought a variety of layers for different temperatures. But the most important thing really in here
is your lip gloss.
No, my safety kit.
Oh.
I have everything in here. I have Band-Aids, creams, lotions, potions, pills, anything you could possibly need. I have an ace bandage. Then we have all the little safety things on what to do for any event in here, because that's the nurse in me. So
well, who's carrying all that?
God forbid. I
will.
I'm asking. I don't care.
They say pack lightly. But anyway, in all seriousness, if you are traveling, if you're going to be outdoors, what is that?
Even your motion sickness stuff, because you always get sick to your stomach.
If you're going to be outside, there are some things we're going to talk about safety, because we don't want you getting lost, or certainly we don't want you getting hurt. So we're here at Nescopeck State Park. Oh my God!
Dig a hole.
Is that for
well,
you
how you
to go in number
toilet
2?
Paper? Yes.
Well,
you need to dig a hole.
She really gotta go. I brought like a little spoon or something. I brought a shovel.
And when your muscles are all sore for on the way home, I have the BioFreeze.
You're very regular, I see here. Very regular.
Yes, I'm all prepared, and our little lighter. I think.
I need that for these.
For the punks.
See? For the punks. Let's light those. Punk. I'm gonna light the punks so the bugs don't touch us through the whole show. And
these punks are lucky punks.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll be talking about. It's called Leave No Trace. We're here with the officials, and hopefully, we're gonna go geocaching too. If you're into geocaching,
treasures.
We'll find some treasures. So stay with us here. You're watching The Girls on SSP TV.
We're lighting up.
This girl is on fire. Hey guys, we're here enjoying the great outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. You're watching The Girls. We're at the Nescopeck State Park, and John Slaughterback is back with us, right? Because we were here last year.
That's correct.
And we built a fire and it was awesome, and we didn't air the show because we had some problems. So thank you for having us back, taking the time to share some safety tips with all of our viewers online and on TV.
This section that we're in is located on the Honey Hole Road, and for me it's a step back in time. When I was a kid, we used to come camping down in here at one of the cabins that our family owned, and we would come over and visit all the parks. So
great.
We've been keeping them maintained for how many years? You know, it's been here a very long time. So our viewers are out there watching, and if they're looking for somewhere to go this summer, they could go to your website and find out all the locations, but what exactly is there at this particular site in Honey Hole?
Yeah, as I mentioned, Hickory Run is a complex of Hickory Run Park, Lehigh Gorge, and Nescopeck Park. And the most well-known is Hickory Run, but Nescopeck offers, where we're at right now, offers a lot of good things too. We have Lake Francis down here, which is good for trout and fishing all summer long. We have a nature center right here with exhibits and an educational classroom, and then beyond that's an outdoor discovery area where kids can learn to play with natural materials and do things like that. And there's 19 miles of hiking trails here at Nescopeck, so even though it's less well known, it's a good park to come out to. It's a very nice park.
Well, there's a lot of things to do in the park, but there's a lot of rules too that you really have to do to maintain and respect the park, because I remember when I was a kid they had Smokey the Bear come on and tell us about, you know, the safety things. So what are the current things and where are they posted? Do they check in here when they come and find out what they should do and shouldn't do, and give us the update on that?
Yeah, there's the rules are posted. Whether you're fishing, there's fishing rules, and it's best to come in and check it out at the visitor center when you come in, because there'll be an educational brochure with a map, and that's important for the planning ahead process, and you'll see the rules. And if you have any questions, you can, you know, we can't put signs up about everything, but if you have questions, you know, there's staff at the front desk that you could ask about that.
So leave no trace, talk about that. There are safety guidelines that you can follow, since a lot of people are outdoors pretty much all year round in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah.
There are some safety standards that you should be following so that you can enjoy the outdoors, but also do it in a safe way.
Right, yeah, Leave No Trace is a national organization that has 7 principles. And if we could look over here.
Okay.
Planning ahead and preparing, I can't overstate that, because you know, you want to look on now at the internet, you can go on and you can pull up a park map and you can see the rules on there, and by knowing that ahead of time, you're going to be better prepared. So you'll bring the stuff you need, you'll know how long it takes to get there, and because you don't want to come in when it's real late and dark and not be able to find your way around if you're camping in nearby Hickory Run. And you also want to know like how long the trails are. You don't want to get lost out there after dark, and it's we get many calls for lost hikers in Nescopeck because people just don't understand how long it's going to take them to hike some of the trails. So we have that. You want to take first aid kit and proper clothing along.
Right, because the weather could change at any moment. You know, in this part of Pennsylvania,
Absolutely.
We're known for 4 seasons in one day, so we could do that. And do people take, what are they allowed to take in, what are they not allowed to take in other words? Can you bring a dog with you? Could you bring animals?
Yeah, animals, like a dog, for instance, is allowed, but they need to be on a leash at all times. I know some people want to let their dog loose to run in the pond, but that's not allowed,
Please
unfortunately.
put your dog on a leash. Please put your dog on a leash.
Everywhere.
Please put your dog on a leash, because some people will say, well, my dog's well-mannered and he's not going to bite, or she's friendly. And I love pets too, but that is one of my many pet peeves is
Pet peeve.
Put your dog on a leash.
Yep, they need to be under control at all times.
Yeah.
Some of your kids have to
Put
be
your
on
kid
a
on
leash
a
too.
leash.
No, really, it's scary if the kids should wander away. You do have some guidelines for the parents and everything too. Sure. And you were talking about leave no trace. So there are some things that you were referring to, like a diaper, say for instance, if someone should throw a diaper in the woods, how long it takes to really disintegrate back into the earth. So if you're going to come out here and litter everything, it's really not great for the next person to come around and see that.
Or for yourself. I mean, if you're doing the trail, and what if everyone did that? If everyone left one thing behind, it would just be, you know, all trash on the trails.
That's true.
And it could be dangerous to light things on fire when you're out here in Mother Nature. You might be having fun and thinking, oh, this is a good time, but there have been cases where these little fires have turned into actual brush fires.
Absolutely, yeah. Always be careful with fire, and in Hickory Run where you camp, we have designated fire rings to keep your fire maintained, and just be careful with, you know, cigarettes and stuff like that. You don't want to even throw a cigarette out the window, because not only is that littering, but it could start a fire. fire season.
So if you've never been to the trails, but maybe this summer you're going to be adventurous and say, I'm taking the family out, you know, and I'm going to start at Nescopeck because it's a little smaller, correct?
Correct.
And what should they know? Should they come here and first go to the visitor center to see what trail maybe is fit for their family and what ages and what they should bring? Should they call ahead?
Yeah, you don't need to call ahead at Nescopeck, but look on the internet, you know, go to the website. We have a website for each park through the DCNR State Park site. And that also has a calendar of events which will show people special things that might be going on that week or that weekend. And so prepare yourself a little bit before you even get here. And then once you get here, stop at our visitor center. That's staffed with people that know this area really well. And you can see a list of the recent wildlife they've seen in there. So you'll get a much better idea for the park, and they can suggest some nice, safe hiking trails and that sort of thing.
All right, you mentioned Lake Francis as well, that there are trout down there. Is there swimming anywhere on the land at all?
Yeah, there's no swimming here. This park was originally, they were going to put a big dam here with the boating and the swimming, but they decided against that. So it's
bug on your face. You're going to get mosquitoes all over you.
Yeah, so they don't have the swimming and the big motor boating type park here. It's just more the trails and the really quiet back to nature type of activities.
Well, it certainly is relaxed and quiet here because you can hear the birds chirping and it's really still. And there are several people in the area, but it's nice and quiet.
Other than these bugs that I'm saving John from getting
thank
15
you.
mosquito bites.
You could be here all day killing bugs.
Yes, I am, because I look for all of them. Well, we're going to go geocaching today, right? That's our fun part. And who will we be with?
That's going to be with Megan.
All right, so we'll show you some fun things you can do, all free here at the park. What are we looking at?
Butterflies.
Oh, butterfly.
They're
There we
beautiful.
go.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
There we go. So maybe we'll get that on camera later on as you enjoy wildlife here. We're at Nescopeck State Park. You're watching the girls, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're at Nescopeck State Park, getting my punks lit. They're all over. I'm being very creative, Megan. What do you think?
Yeah,
Is
you're
this okay?
very creative.
I'm
That'll
trying
work.
not to get one bug bite. Not even one. John has a big welt on his head.
Yeah, I haven't had any, so knock on wood. We're going to do good. Well, this is the most fun part of it. I like to go geocaching, and you're going to tell everybody out there, Megan, right, about how you can come to the park and how you can walk them through, literally,
Right, exactly.
geocaching. So first of all, explain to them what it is.
Sure. Geocaching is a high-tech treasure hunting game. It's played with a GPS unit or a GPS-enabled phone. So there's apps that you can use, or you can buy a dedicated GPS unit just for geocaching.
Okay, so if we come out here with our phone, we don't necessarily need to have a signal or anything. You can actually use your phone for it.
As long as it has a GPS signal,
Okay.
it can be a little tricky here in the valley. So
I had service in and out coming to the park.
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
And
so you do
luckily-
have the instruments for us.
Right, we have them here. If you're going geocaching elsewhere, there's 2 million geocaches throughout the world. So they're everywhere, they're even in cities. So then you wouldn't have to worry about having a signal. You're probably good to go.
Okay,
But
so are there
for you-
special rules about geocaching, what you're supposed to do and what you can't do?
How does it
and
work?
How
Yeah.
to get how to get started.
Yeah, exactly. So all you really need is your GPS unit. So we'll get you that and you that. And you need to make sure you have extra batteries and make sure that you are getting a signal. So this looks like we are ready to go. We've got it all plugged in.
Okay.
And all we do from here is we follow the arrow. So a little backstory about what I did to get us set up. So I went to the website and I downloaded the geocache, the coordinates into the GPS unit, and I've got it all set for us to navigate from here to the cache.
Okay, so the easiest way to go geocaching is to call you.
Yes. It's pretty easy if you have your phone. It's really intuitive and it just leads you pretty much right there.
Okay, so you put the coordinates in here, and then where do we know where to walk?
Exactly. So at the top of the GPS unit, it tells you that the distance to next is 58 feet.
Mine
it tells
is
you
54.
Yeah, it might be a little bit different because this is communicating with satellites that are thousands
All
of
right.
miles up. We might be getting different satellites.
Okay, super.
So it tells you the time expected and the direction. So mine
Okay.
is pointing to N, which would be north, so that would be about that direction.
Okay.
Once we start moving, this will adjust and it will point the way we need to go.
So it just tells us with the arrow which direction to keep walking.
Yep,
Oh,
and at
that's
the
cool.
top it tells you when you're getting closer. So as I start moving, it goes down to 48 feet, 40 feet as I get closer. So it won't lead us exactly to the spot, but it'll get us pretty close. Once we're about 10 feet away, we just need to use our geosenses and start looking for something that is hidden.
And do you know approximately how many geocaches are on the Nescopeck property?
There's maybe 5 geocaches here at the park.
Oh, that's cool.
So once we're at this point, we just look for something that is hidden.
So
the size of this is fairly large. It's a regular size cache. That means it's about that big.
So it could be in there.
So
it could be in there.
looks like there's
okay, Janine, trudge in.
something.
All right, I don't want to burn anybody here. Oh! Yeah!
Oh, wow, look at this.
We got something.
We got something.
If it's a snake, you'll hear it.
So once you do a couple geocaches, you realize there's some telltale hints.
Wow,
you
this
see
is a
a
good
pile
one.
of sticks that doesn't look like it's natural.
Whoa!
And there's the
jackpot.
cache.
Oh, there's a little frosty in there. Is that
Wow, so, all right, so when you find a big container like this, it has a sticker on the top?
Yep, it usually is marked to make sure you know that it's not a bomb or anything
right.
scary. This one says it is the bird cache. You found a geocache, and then we want to look inside.
Okay.
So it is going to have a logbook. Every geocache will have a logbook where you can sign your geocaching.com login. So that makes sure that you just get credit for your find. And you can put in some extra notes if you want, but you'll see folks have been signing this for
look at all the
several
little
years.
kids' signatures in crayon.
What can we put in
That's
there? Do you have
adorable.
anything to put in there?
Yeah, I have something.
There.
I brought a pen.
Perfect.
In case somebody didn't bring a pen so they could actually sign in.
Hey, a Samson pen.
So the rule is if you find the geocache, you can take something if you leave something of equal or greater value. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here to choose from. And just make sure that you're
bracelets, ladies. Let's bring it back to the 80s.
And an O-ring. Do they call them
love
O-rings or something?
I'm taking this, so put the pen in.
All righty.
All right.
That is so funny. That's
All right,
awesome.
well, I signed in.
So are there rules on how you can hide it? Like you're not going to put this somewhere that's unsafe.
Right, exactly. So you do need to have landowner permission, whether it's in your own backyard or if you want to put it near a business. You want to make sure that you have their permission. Here at the park, you have to go through our office and just make sure that it's not in a sensitive area. We try to keep our geocaches in areas that get a lot of use anyway. So it's not going to do any trouble or any harm.
That's
where
so
it's
cool.
at.
So it has to be marked. Right.
Yes, yeah, it's a good idea to make sure it's marked.
Okay, let's talk about some of the other things because this is an area here that I really was unaware of. Like we come, you know, I used to rollerblade around the circle because it was safe. There were no cars.
Rollerblading. That's a whole other show.
Yeah, well, you know, rollerblading. But this area is nice for kids to come.
Yeah,
Parents
it
could come, pack a, you know, have a picnic, pack some food, and their kids could really run around here. Are there different activities?
Yes, so this is our nature discovery area and it has different pods of activity areas for the kids to enjoy. So there's a messy materials area where they can build with sticks, they can build with blocks, they can climb. There's a music and movement area for just playing and running around, making some sound, maybe putting on a show. There's a little stage. And we recently added our mud kitchen as well. So there's all sorts of fun things
They
to
can make mud
play with here.
pies. You won't go hungry.
So much fun.
All right, well,
Okay, so then you put this right back where you found it.
Exactly, right
right.
back where we found it.
All right.
Exact same spot.
Put it back, put it back.
Make sure it's well hidden. All right, and close this. There we go.
Notice Janine's nowhere to be found.
I'm protecting
she
you with
got bugged out.
putting some repellent
Janine
around.
bugged out. Alrighty.
So we want to make sure it's well hidden so that muggles don't find it.
What are muggles?
So if you're familiar with Harry Potter, muggles are folks who are not familiar with the magic.
Oh.
And we don't want folks who aren't familiar with geocaching finding this and taking it or ruining it in
All right,
some
I'm
way.
hiding it.
So I want to make sure it's nice and well hidden. So the only people who find it are going to be geocachers. And that looks perfect.
Okay.
What are some fun things that people can do here?
Here at the park, we have 19 miles of trails for hiking. There's also fishing around Lake Francis, very popular. It is stocked with trout. Also the nature play area and all sorts of programs here at the park. So check out our event flyer for more information.
You do a good job because it's not only in the summer that you have programs, you have stuff going on in the winter too.
Right, winter as well. So hopefully we'll get snow. We do offer snowshoe loaners for free. So you can come out and borrow our snowshoes. Anytime we have more than 6 inches of snow, it's completely free.
And you're open from sunrise to sunset.
That's correct.
You could park in the parking lot, but what happens after sunset? You have to make sure your car's
your car
not there.
disappears.
Yeah, make sure you're not there. Yeah.
Make sure you're not there,
Yeah.
you get a ticket.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
you know the rules of the park. Go online and check out all the rules. Stop at the visitor center and you can check out all of the parks because there's so many things to do. What do some of the other parks have that we don't have here?
Well, they're all a little bit different, and another park in their area is Hickory Run State Park. They have the boulder field, so it's a large attraction that you could come see a natural area there. Also camping, they have a swimming beach, lots of fishing, and a lot of trails as well. If you go to Lehigh Gorge State Park, you can go river rafting. You can bike the rail trail for over 25 miles. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in our state park. Some of them even have swimming pools, like Francis Slocum or Lackawanna State Park.
I was checking out the site and I saw kayaking. So which part has the kayaking?
We do offer kayaking programs here at the park. You can bring your own kayak here at Lake Francis if you're interested in that. Some other parks have places you can rent kayaks. We don't have that here, but Lackawanna State Park, Locust Lake State Park, they have those options for you as well.
You guys are busy because John said about 700,000 visitors come to all of these parks each and every year. That's a lot of people coming to Pennsylvania.
You're involved with a lot of fundraising as well. I know a lot of charity events are held here as well.
Yeah, they do a lot of 5Ks and different races in the parks as well, yeah.
Very nice. Well, this is awesome. Again, the website, you can find a bunch of information. You can actually print stuff off. You can sign up for things there too if you're interested. It's for someone of any age. The great outdoors, right?
Yeah, Manny Gordon was always enjoy the great outdoors of northeastern Pennsylvania. We had some people visiting in the area where we live in Brookhill, and they were from an area, of course, in Arizona that they didn't have anything that we have, and they just could not believe looking up the mountains and, you know, up and down the mountains and everything that we take for granted.
We do.
They were looking there just like everywhere they looked, they just could not believe, you know, the nature's really, so we do live in God's country.
We absolutely do.
Yeah,
There's
we're
so
very
many
fortunate.
opportunities. Get out there and enjoy it. Just
And
like
it's
we
so
said.
nice to have people like you that could tell us how to do it, because we have novices like Janine and I, or we work indoors a lot, but when we do get outside, we do like to enjoy some of these activities.
I like photography, so I like to take a lot of photos too. So if you're into that, or you want, you know, you just do it for a hobby, you could come here, you can enjoy taking photos and enjoying the scenery here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
the
thank
great
you.
wildlife.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Thank you
again.
for coming.
Our geocaching, Janine got her O-ring, and
I think I
I'm
got
sure we're going
no
to go
bug
on and
bites.
try to look for a couple more things. So each time you do, you have to reprogram this into another location.
Yep, exactly.
All righty. Well, I hope you're enjoying the girls. You can watch us again and again. You can watch us on any of your devices. I have my SSP TV app on my cap today. I actually stole it from my husband. So I would remind everybody to download the app. You could watch it on any of your smart devices. You could also subscribe to YouTube, and you could watch our shows there too. So you
Yes.
don't necessarily need the cable. So you could take us camping.
You can.
You can take us. All right, so we'll see you next time on The Girls. Have fun.